The Book of Haggai. In the 2nd year of Darius, the sovereign, in the 6th month, on the 1st day of the month, the word of Yahuah came to Kagi the Nabi, to Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, governor of Yehudah, and to Yahusha, son of Yehutzadak, the high priest, saying, Thus spoke Yahuah Tzavaoth, saying, This people have said, The time has not come, but the time the house of Yahuah is to be built. Then the word of Yahuah came to Kagi the Nabi, saying, It is time for you yourselves to dwell in your paneled houses, and this house be in ruins. And now, thus said Yahuah Tzavaoth, Consider your ways. You have sown much, but brought in little. Eat, but do not have enough. Drink, but you are not filled with drink. Clothe yourselves, but no one is warm. And he who earns wages to put into a bag with holes. Thus said Yahuah Tzavaoth, Consider your ways. Go up to the mountain, and you shall bring wood and build the house, and I shall be pleased with it. And let me be esteemed, said Yahuah. When you looked for much, then see, it came too little. And when you brought it home, I would blow on it. Why? Declares Yahuah Tzavaoth. Because my house, which lies in ruins, while each of you runs into his own house. Therefore the Shamayim above you have withheld the dew, and the Aretz has withheld its fruit. And I called for a drought on the land, and on the mountains, and on the grain, and on the new wine, and on the oil, and on whatever ground brings forth, and on man, and on livestock, and on all labor of the hands. Then Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, and Yahusha, son of Yehutzadak, the high priest, with all the remnant of the people, obeyed the voice of Yahuah, their Elohim, and the words of Kagi the Nabi, as Yahuah their Elohim had sent him, and the people feared the presence of Yahuah. And Kagi the messenger of Yahuah spoke the message of Yahuah to the people, saying, I am with you, declares Yahuah. And Yahuah stirred up the Rook of Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, governor of Yehudah, and the Rook of Yahusha, son of Yehutzadak, the high priest, and the Rook of all the remnant of the people. And they came and worked on the house of Yahuah Tzavaoth their Elohim. On the 24th day of the 6th month, in the 2nd year of Darius the sovereign. Haggai, chapter 2. In the 7th month, on the 21st of the month, the word of Yahuah came to Kagi the Nabi, saying, Speak, please, to Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, governor of Yehudah, and to Yahusha, son of Yehutzadak, the high priest, and to the remnant of the people, saying, Who is there left among you who saw this house in its former esteem? And how do you see it? Is it not your eyes as nothing when compared to it? And now be strong, Zerubbabel, declares Yahuah, and be strong, Yahusha, son of Yehutzadak, the high priest, and be strong, all you people of the land, declares Yahuah, and work. For I am with you, declares Yahuah Tzavaoth. The word that I had covenanted with you when you came out of Mitzrayim, and my Rook is remaining in your midst. Do not fear, for thus said Yahuah Tzavaoth, once more, in a little while, I am shaking the Shamayim and the Arets, the sea and the dry land, and I shall shake all the nations, and they shall come to the delight of all the nations, and I shall fill this house with esteem, said Yahuwah Tsabaoth. The silver is mine, the gold is mine, declares Yahuwah Tsabaoth. Let the esteem of this latter house be greater than the former house, said Yahuwah Tsabaoth. And in this place I give shalom, declares Yahuwah Tsabaoth. On the 24th of the 9th month, in the 2nd year of Dariush, the word of Yahuwah came to Kagi the Nabi, saying, Thus said Yahuwah Tsabaoth, Now ask the priests concerning the Torah, saying, If one bears kadush meat in the fold of his garment, and with the edge he touches bread or stew, or wine or oil, or any food, is it kadush? And the priest answered and said, No. And Kagi said, If someone defiled by a dead body touches any of these, is it defiled? And the priest answered and said, It is defiled. And Kagi answered and said, So is this people, and so is this nation before me, declares Yahuwah. And so every work of their hands, and whatever they bring near, there is defiled. But now, please consider, from this Yom onward, before a stone was laid on a stone in the Heikel of Yahuwah. Since those days, one came to a heap of 20 ephahs, and there were 10. One came to a winepress to draw out 50 baths from the press, and there were 20. I smote you with blight, and mildew, and hail, and all the labors of your hands, and there was none of you with me, declares Yahuwah. Consider now, from this day forward, from the 24th day of the 9th month, from the day that foundation of the Heikel of Yahuwah was laid, consider it. Is the seed yet in the storehouse? And until now the vine, and the fig tree, and the pomegranate, and the olive tree have not yielded fruit. From this day I shall Baruch you. And a second time the word of Yahuwah came to Kagi on the 24th day of the month, saying, Speak to Zerubbabel, the governor of Yehudah, saying, I am shaking the Shamayim and the Arat, and I shall overturn the throne of reigns, and I shall destroy the might of the Gentile reigns, and overturn the chariots and their riders, and the horses, and their riders shall fall by the sword of his brother. In that day, declares Yahuwah Tsabaoth, I shall take you, Zerubbabel, my servant, son of Sha'alta'al, declares Yahuwah, and I shall make you a signet, for I have chosen you, declares Yahuwah Tsabaoth.